Now, let me tell y'all about the time I got ordained. Unofficially, accidentally, and magically, as the Wizard of the Hollerfolk. Don't act like that sounds weird. You know me. I once turned a hot tub into a catfish pond and gave a raccoon anxiety. This story, it tops even that. It all started when I was out trapping muskrats one morning behind Skeeter's backyard, where the grass meets the swamp and the air smells like wet Crocs and desperation. I just set my third trap, used peanut butter, Vienna sausage, and a Slim Jim for bait when I saw something moving in the cattails. I figured it was a drunk possum or maybe Skeeter sleepwalking again in his camo jammies. But no. Out steps three knee-high, big-footed little fellers wearing bathrobes, belt buckles the size of Pop-Tarts, and carrying walking sticks with more glitter than Skeeter's ex-wife's pickup. I blinked. They blinked. One of them stepped forward and said, "Art thou the one they call Shit?" I said I might be, but that depends. Y'all selling something? Turns out they were Hollerfolk, like hobbits, but with thicker accents and less dental work. They said their last wizard choked on a corncob pipe during a beard braiding contest, and their ancient scrolls foretold a redneck chosen one who'd smell of deer pee, carry a tackle box, and speak in riddles like, "Y'all hungry or just bored?" I said, well, dang, I qualify on all three accounts. Next thing I know, I'm being led through a hollow log into a whole secret village, tiny outhouses, goat-sized taverns, and one squirrel riding a rooster like a noble steed. They sat me on a throne made of milk crates and possum bones and handed me a wizard staff fashioned out of an old curtain rod with a Lite-Brite stuck on top. They told me the muskrats I was hunting were actually shadow beasts of the drainpipe realm, and only the chosen wizard could banish them using a combination of moonshine, banjo solos, and foot-stomping magic spells. So I did what any good shit would do. I winged it. I chanted, "Get, get, 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 get," and spun around in circles while flinging barbecue pork rinds in every direction. I poked at the dream pipe with my Lite-Brite scepter and yelled, "I cast ye out, ye swampy furballs of doom." The ground rumbled. Or maybe that was just Skeeter setting off fireworks again. But sure enough, a whole mess of muskrats came running out screaming like they'd just seen Aunt Patty in a bikini again. The Hollerfolk lost their tiny minds. They lifted me up like a soggy parade float and crowned me Shit the Grayish. I got a tiny medal, a roasted beetle on a stick, and a mug of what they called enchanted corn drip, which I'm pretty sure was just moonshine and pickle juice. They made me sign a leaf scroll saying I'd return if darkness ever fell again upon their drainage ditch kingdom. I said sure, as long as there's snacks and no mandatory pants. I staggered home covered in glitter, beard braiding wax, and muskrat pee, and Skeeter didn't even blink. Just handed me a beer and said, "So, wizard now?" I nodded. Figures. Moral of the story? If three little barefoot strangers ever ask if you're the chosen one, just say yes. You might save a tiny kingdom or get a free snack. Either way, it's a win. Heifers and hellfire. May your beer always be cold, your cousin's really cute, and your outhouse never tip over in a windstorm. And don't forget to holler at me online at ohchitt.com. That's OHCHITT.com. Thank ya.